All right, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the joint meeting of the Glendale City Council and the Glendale Housing Authority. May we have roll call, please?
Yes, council members Asatarian,
Here.
Brotman,
Here.
Divine,
Here.
Najarian,
Here.
Mayor Kasakian.
Here.
And for the Housing Authority?
Housing Authority members Ajinian,
Here.
Asatarian,
Here.
Divine,
Here.
Kasakian,
Here.
Najarian,
Here.
Arazian,
Here.
Chair Brotman.
Here.
Clerk Abajian, may we have your report, please?
The agenda for Tuesday, December 13, 2022 joint public meeting of the City Council and Housing Authority was posted on Thursday, December 8, 2022 on the bulletin board outside City Hall.
Thank you. And can you please read the item before us into the record?
Yes, community development regarding request to note and file the fiscal year 2021-2022 low and moderate income housing asset fund annual report. A, council motion to note and file the fiscal year 2021-2022 LMIHAF annual report in accordance with California Health and Safety Code 34176.1F.
All right, thank you. Mr. Galanian?
Yes, good afternoon, Mayor Kasakian, members of City Council, Housing Chair Brotman, members of the Housing Authority. This is a requirement by the state to annually report on these deposits and expenditures. And with that, I'm going to turn it to Pam Jackson, our housing coordinator, to present this item, Pete.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Mayor Kasakian, Housing Authority Chair Brotman, members of the City Council and Housing Authority. I'm Pam Jackson, Housing Coordinator for the city, here to request that you note and file the fiscal year 2021-22 Low and Moderate Income Housing Asset Fund Annual Report. This fund received housing assets transferred from the Redevelopment Agency Housing Set-Aside Fund to the Housing Authority with the dissolution of redevelopment agencies throughout the state in 2012. State law requires us to annually report on deposits and expenditures into the fund, as well as perform tests that demonstrate who benefits from this fund. So this year, I'd like to highlight 5 items in the report. First, last fiscal year, a little over $1 million was deposited into the fund. And of this amount, about $365,000 was from the city agency loan repayment. Second, at the end of last fiscal year, the balance of the fund was approximately $8.7 million. Third, we expended about $740,000 toward projects and administration. The largest expense was administration at about $612,000. And the majority of this amount includes the Housing Authority's contract with Heritage Housing Partners. And that's where we purchase and resell condominium units at Doran Gardens. And that is our moderate income first-time homebuyer project. And we do that in order to preserve affordable for sale units to moderate income households. Fourth item we'd like to highlight, each year we're required to perform a senior housing test, and we calculate the percentage of senior rental housing units that are assisted by the city and the Housing Authority over the course of the past 10 years. According to state law, the percentage of senior housing rental units assisted by the city must remain below 50% of all housing. And if we exceed that percentage, future rental housing funded by low-mod dollars can't be spent on senior housing until the percentage reduces below that level. So this year, the test showed that 29% of affordable rental housing constructed during the past 10 years went towards senior housing. And the last item that I'd like to highlight is our reporting on our home ownership units. Each year, we're required to report on our inventory of assisted home ownership units that originated prior to February of 2012. We must also report when we lose affordability on one of these units. So this year, our report shows that we had 113 redevelopment set-aside assisted homeownership units, and those originated prior to February of 2012. And of those, we lost one unit to affordability when the owner of that unit sold his home on the market and paid off his loan to the city. So those are the main items we wanted to highlight today. And if you have any questions, I can take them now.
All right. Do any of my colleagues have questions?
I don't have any questions.
None? No. All right. We can take action on this item to note and file. Would anyone like to, if there are no questions or comments?
No, no additional questions from,
I'll move the item.
Okay, there has been a motion to note and file and a second from Councilmember Brotman. May we have roll call, and thank you to staff for presenting this to us.
Council members Asatirian,
Yes.
Brotman,
yes.
Divine,
Yes.
Najarian,
Yes.
Mayor Kasakian.
Yes, thank you.
And just if I might, to clarify, there's no housing action here. There's no housing motion. Okay.
No.
Thank you. And for anyone who may think that, why didn't anyone ask questions or make any comments, is because staff, I believe, has briefed everyone on this item, and I'm sure that my colleagues' questions were answered at those times. We can now have a motion to adjourn from this meeting for council.
So moved.
Second.
I'll move for housing.
Second?
All right. We are adjourned. Thank you very much. Thank you.